That's her crap. I could beat on the table. I'm afraid I might catch whatever. What?
Got it. Thank you.
Is it your communication?
Yeah.
That's right. Time.
You here? Are you here from that?
You ready? All right, I'm ready. Good evening. I call to order the regular meeting of the Diamond Head City Council. It's Tuesday at 6 p.m., December the 17th. Would you please bow your heads for the invocation by Councilwoman Lisi?
Lord, as we begin this meeting, we ask for your guidance, wisdom, and support. Fill us with grace, granting us clear vision as we work together to make decisions for the benefit of all of the citizens of Diamond Head. Help us to always seek to be an influence for good, and please bless all who are present here this evening, as well as everyone at home, especially those who are struggling and having difficulties during this Christmas season. We ask all these things in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor DePrio. Councilmember Finley.
Here.
Councilmember Lisi.
Here.
Councilmember Cumberland.
Here.
Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Councilmember Marr.
Here.
Can I get a motion to confirm or adjust the agenda?
Motion to confirm.
Motion confirmed by Councilwoman Lisi,
Second.
second by Councilman Marr. All in favor, or do we have to roll call the whole? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next regular meeting of the City Council will be held Tuesday, January the 7th, 2025 at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. City Manager's Report.
Thank you, Councilman. Just give you a quick update on the projects that we have going on currently. The first one, of course, the MDOT project out front is continuing. The third ramp is closed at this time. They're still trying to get the rest of the concrete up on that one, and then they'll get started on working on the road base and getting that paved and putting in the roundabout in that one. So still expect that to be about a 6-week process. With the holidays and the weather that we've had, probably not going to be until mid-January before they get finished on that one. But we'll see how the schedule goes and how the weather holds out for them for the next few weeks. The Park 10 Road, the current contract is for December 31st. The roadway, they were doing the proof roll yesterday and finishing up on that today in some low spots at the end. And the paving subcontractor was mobilizing today and will start working on paving the rest of that road, or paving that entire area starting tomorrow. Kaliki Way, that the contractor has signed the change order and will be getting that to us here in the next couple of days, and then we'll get a schedule to work on to get that project started back up and get the paving on Amoka, the Kaliki, and Aiki roads. The Turnberry Way project, they have put on, well, I wrote down they put on the first lift, but actually they have finished up paving the entire areas that were disturbed in that project. And that is all the paving that's going to happen within that project. So we'll come back to that road once we get our paving 2025 project moving forward, and we'll pave the rest of that road. We'll pave from Mahalahui up to Turnberry Way, and then also Turnberry Way, the entire cul-de-sac. So that's later on in a separate project. But the disturbed areas have been paved over. There'll be some finished work cleaning up the sides, returning any grass or seeding any areas on any residents properties that were disturbed and getting that finished up. So a little bit more work to do on that one, but for the most part, the project's close to completion. The Hooley Place Drainage Project, contractor is now working on the portion from the circle to the two cul-de-sacs there on Hooley Place. For some reason, that whole road is called a Hooley Place, so I'm not sure exactly what you want to call that. But so they're working in the roadway now, putting in the new drainage pipe that will come from the circle to a Hooley Place. So making some good progress there. The area or the golf course area is kind of a mess right now, trying to stay off of that because it's so wet. So as soon as it can dry a little bit more, they'll get back on there and get all that dirt and everything up off of that and get everything finished on that. Right now, the bunch of the conflict boxes and junction boxes they're trying to get installed by the subcontractor on that one. Hilo Master Drainage, the contractor started on Site C and is working from the golf course to the end of that project on the downstream section, and then they'll get back to that and get on the other side of it. And it's not really a lot that they're doing on the golf course. I think just kind of cleaning up that ditch that goes in through the golf course and putting in a few more, so a little more riprap in that one. They plan on starting on Site D as well on Thursday. That was the notice we sent out, if you saw that, where the Diamond Head Drive East is going to be closed so that they can tear that road up and put in those culverts going across that road. So that will be, they said 3 days is what their hope is for that entire project to close Diamond Head Drive East. So I'm going to hope for that being Thursday, Friday, and they're probably working on Saturday to finish up. They have been working on the weekends trying to get these projects done as well. Comey Drive and Calapacona Pond, those bids are on the agenda tonight for your approval. The project was right at maybe just a little over, I think $100 or $10,000 over what the overall budget was for the project. So very good price overall, and actually we're going to dredge, I think, a foot deeper than what we initially had planned on doing because of the price. So we're in good shape there. Dog Park, Ochsner is working with Hancock County to meet all the requirements of their lease before they can get it to us for our to sign for our lease. The Coon Branch project, met with the engineer today regarding this project. He is finalizing the design on that, and they will have the advertisement to us to request to advertise to bid on the next agenda in January. The Noma Drive dredging project, we also held a pre-construction meeting, and the notice to proceed will be issued maybe mid-January to 1st of February. The main thing is he's waiting on a piece of equipment that he has to rent, and if others have it rented currently, he's just got to wait his turn until he can get that piece of equipment. So he may be 1st of February getting started on that whole project. The amount that he felt like 300 to 400 cubic yards a day that he could dredge won't take very long to get the entire project done. So it certainly will more than likely be done all in February as a whole. So once that's done, we can start utilizing that entire area, the boat ramp and everything else on it. The canal dredging project, the engineer is currently working with DEQ to get the final designs on that as needed. They're trying to decide. It's actually out for bid right now, and they're DEQ is making a few adjustments or asking for a few adjustments. So we may either have to move the date to accept bids on that, or we may have to start that process over again, depending on how it all turns out with DEQ. But we still feel like the expected start date on that project should be March to early April in 25. The Noma Drive project, Phase 1B, that's the boat ramp and the conference station and everything down there. The contractor is installing the electrical conduit. Most of that's in there. And when Coastal Electric will be running the power to those through those conduits, getting everything lit up and getting that project close to being finished. Once they get that done, they've just got to put in the curb around the parking lot. If you go down there, you will see the Public Works has done a great job on getting that parking lot built. They're probably halfway done and should be finished up this week for sure on that whole project. Jordan River Boardwalk, we're just continuing on, working with MDEQ on that one as well, having our monthly meetings, trying to keep that project moving forward. So we should see something here very soon. And I just want to say, we had our Christmas event this Saturday. We had well over 300 plus residents, probably the largest attendance for that event that I know of in the last few years. Everyone seemed to have a great time, and it was a really wonderful event overall. The parade probably had 25 or to almost 30 people parading in the event, and a little more attendance on that would have been great, but it's okay. We can we enjoyed ourselves and enjoyed riding in the parade. So that was a great event. And I do want to. I sent you guys an email last week, I believe it was, but I wanted to just let you know about the rain event we had Monday and Tuesday of last week and the issues that it caused. What I did was I instructed my public works to go out and look for and identify any and all potholes that were created by all that rain that came in those 2 days. They have done what they can to repair the ones that, or they have repaired the ones that they can. They've ran out of some asphalt patch and waiting on, I believe it's supposed to come in today, so they can get back on those. But they've looked at all those and identified all those potholes with it around the city. So they'll get working on those. And if you don't see anything happen in the next few days or next week or so, let me know, and we'll go check on those potholes as well if you see another one. Also, I had the building department on Wednesday morning. They went out and checked every current building site that we had, home building site, to determine if silt fencings held and or if there were any issues with any of that. They came back and they were going to contact the property owner or the builder to let them know of any damages or any issues that may have been caused by their silt fencing, and what remediation was going to be needed to correct those problems. So they've been working on they worked on all those, and it's been doing well, and I think they're moving forward on getting all those areas remediated that needed to be.
Well, thank you, John. Do we have any public comments on agenda items? Nobody?
I'd like to talk on John's stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to start with you, Councilman Mark.
All right, John, I have three questions. On the Noma Drive with the dredging, are they just dredging a channel, or are they doing the whole inlet?
I want to say it's between 300 and 400 or 4,000 cubic yards. So exactly, it's kind of that big island that you see when it's at low tide from the bridge.
Okay, all right.
So it's not just, they are coming from the channel where the boat launch itself is to dredge a little bit there, but there's not a lot required or needed there. It's kind of out almost in where the Jordan River is meeting that canal.
Gotcha.
And there's a huge amount of sediment there, and that's the largest part that they're going to be dredging out.
Okay. And then on the Kaliki Way project, when that's all said and done, are you going to have an order in for the repaving of Aiki altogether from one end to the other?
Yes, that was in the change order. Is going to repave all of Aiki, all of Kaliki, and a portion of Amoka, because kind of really past where we put in that culvert there on Amoka, a lot of that's really in good shape, so it doesn't really need it. But yes, the change order that you guys approved at the last council meeting, they're going to all the areas that really are, as they call alligator cracking, has really tremendous cracks in it. They're digging all that up, putting in new soil to get a good base on it, and then pave over the entire road.
Okay, and then finally, how are we doing with the compliance officer?
Interviewed another gentleman yesterday and have received 2 or 3 other applications that I'm going to take a look at and see if any of those are need an interview. I like the gentleman I spoke with yesterday, but we'll see and keep moving forward.
We can always do more.
Shouldn't be hopefully not very much longer. I'll have somebody, but of course, in that absence, Pat has been subbing in for me as he has done that in the past.
Councilman Clark?
No questions, thank you.
Councilman Cumberland?
Yeah. The Ahuli Place drainage project. Similar question to Gerard as far as the paving. What do we have in that project for? Is it just patch repairs or?
Yes, it'll only be areas that were disturbed or the asphalt was removed will be patched back over.
And you're expecting on the boat ramp, you're thinking spring time, March, they'll have that dredged out, but once they get that dredged, that's when the boat ramp will be available?
Yeah, we talked about that today. I just don't know that, I mean, we could do a ribbon cutting, tomorrow kind of thing, because for the majority of the project, it's done, but it's really not functional until they dredge that out, unless you go out at high tide or go out and know right where to, slip past all that sediment out there. So we feel like, hey, let's wait, let them dredge it out, hopefully February, and then we'll be ready to open the whole thing up for everyone.
Thanks for the proactive approach to the going out and checking on the new construction. That was smart. Good job.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Councilwoman Lisi?
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to you and all the city employees who worked so hard on the Christmas event. Everybody's saying wonderful things, so I know it's a tremendous undertaking. Great job.
Well, thank you. I have a great staff that did a lot of wonderful work for me.
Well, it's those little festivals are just great for everybody. And just a quick question about the dog park. I think at one point there were some discussions with us talking about water, and somebody from the water department very kindly indicated that they might be able to or willing to work with us. Do we need a formal request from the council to their board to ask if they would like to partner regarding water hookup, or is that just a discussion you can have? I didn't know if you needed anything
I'll speak
formal.
with David Carton and see if that is something that he would need, or if he
Okay,
can
well,
handle
if
that.
you do,
himself.
let me
Certainly.
know, but I know they've been really supportive. And then the usable space for the dog park at the new location by the library, is it the same size as the other location?
Ben Venuti, the city engineer, he actually, they had the survey
Right.
of the property because the gentleman that did the survey with a different engineering firm has moved into his firm, so they had the whole overall project or overall survey, and they were doing it. And he took a moment to look at that and laid out Machado's dog park, just the dog park portion on that, and it does fit in there. Now, it's awkward and doesn't look good, and
Will
of
it
course,
have to be
Machado's going to have to redesign it to look better, but yes, it still fits in that
So
same layout.
we're not losing any space.
Absolutely not. It'll be
Okay.
same size of dog park,
Okay.
just, it'll be longer instead of wider, or wider instead of longer.
Okay, and then just for the record, we're planning to leave trees, are we not?
I do. I feel like that's an important thing, especially one for shade, but also for the dogs to enjoy. And we'll try to, I hope we can leave as many as possible and just try to muck out and clear out or mulch out just the small, brush and underbrush out of that whole thing. And then we'll look at overall what trees can stay and what will have to go just because of where their location is, and give ourselves some space in there.
Okay, well, thank you for all your hard work
Absolutely.
on that, and that's all I have. Thanks.
I will once again reiterate kudos on the Christmas event. I agree with John. The golf cart and the Jeep turnout I thought was lacking, but when we arrived at City Hall, it's like they came out of the woodwork. So it was very good to see all the people and the young people having a good time. And thanks again to the staff and Public Works, anybody involved. It was a great job. All right, can I get a motion to approve the December 3rd, 2024 regular meeting minutes?
Move.
Motion by Councilman Clark. Give us a second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Cumberland. All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Items 2 through 12.
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Lisi.
Shane, real quick, I'd like to recuse myself for number 11 for the JLB, but I'll second everything else.
All right, so why don't we just remove number
Remove
11
number
from the
11.
consent?
Can I get a motion to remove item 11 from the consent agenda and move it to the action agenda?
So move.
Motion by Councilman Cumberland. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Marr. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now motion to approve consent agenda 1 through 10 and 12.
So moved.
Motion by Councilwoman Lisi.
Second.
Second by Councilman
Mar.
Marr. All in favor?
Aye.
Action agenda. Motion to concur with Planning Commission recommendation to approve a text amendment to Article 4.3.6A, Uses and Conditions, Swimming Pool. The proposed text amendment is to add screened pool enclosures and are considered pool appurtenance structures. The case file number is 202-400-570.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Marr. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Lisi. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to concur, or action agenda 2024-327. Motion to concur with the Planning Commission recommendation to approve a text amendment to Article 4.3.10.f.x. Uses and condition, fences. The proposed text amendment is to remove in the situation of a corner lot, each street side frontage shall be considered a front yard. The case file number is 202-400-571. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Marr. Can I get a second?
Second, Clark.
Second by Councilman Clark. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. All right, action agenda item number 11. 2024-325, motion to accept and award low bid received from JLB Construction LLC in the amount of $1,236,395 for the Comey Drive and Calpacona Pond Drainage Project, and authorize the city manager to execute the contract for same and to issue the notice to proceed as appropriate. This is a Go Mesa product.
And Councilman Finley, let the record reflect that at 6:23, Councilman Clark left the meeting.
So move.
Motion by Councilman Cumberland. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Marr. Any discussion? Will this be a roll call vote? All in favor?
Aye.
We'll wait on Mr. Clark.
And he's back, everyone. 6:21 and 6:22, she said.
All right, routine agenda. Motion to approve docketed claims DKT 232367 through DKT 232406 in the amount of $1,086,973.45.
Move.
Motion by Councilman Cumberland. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Lisi. All in favor?
Aye.
Claims payable 16. Motion to approve payroll payables docket of claims DKT 232358 through DKT 232366 in the amount of $44,050.32, and PR claim 10219 in the amount of $28,709. PR claim 10220 in the amount of $31,797.79, and payrolls payable claim 10221 in the amount of $3,055.04.
Move.
Motion by Councilman Clark. We get a second. I will second.
I thought you said you were second, okay.
Yep, you're good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to approve department reports.
So move.
Motion by Councilman Cumberland,
Second.
second by Councilman Marr. All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any public comments on non-agenda items? Do we have any closing comments by the council? Starting with you, Mr. Councilman Marr.
No, sir.
Councilman Clark?
No, sir.
Councilman Cumberland?
No, sir.
Councilwoman Lacey?
I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Again, Merry Christmas to all. Is there any need for executive session?
No, sir.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion by Councilman Cumberland. Second by Councilman Finley. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.